This is Captain Speed, DIOSpeedDEMON. I'm getting ready for this year's racing season, and I've had either electrical problem in both of my bikes. This is a 85 Gyro without the rear fender on it, and I've just put a new coil in it right here, which you can get for pretty cheap. But I noticed on the old coil wire, the bike was running erratically and everything was perfect on it. I went to touch this wire and it actually fell out of the boot. So I put on a new boot and new wire, new coil for like, I don't know, 10 bucks. And I'm going to do the same with this coil wire on my Dio, because it's got an erratic running problem. And I've fixed everything else, and now I'm thinking maybe due to the fact that the coil wire was coming down under the seat right here and hitting on that, every time I hit a bump or something, it could have been bumping the wire loose. I'm not sure. Everything else is coming along pretty good as far as the radiator mount. Pipe cost me a fuckload of money. Okay, I'm not going to say anything about what it cost, but if any of you guys out there are Honda Dio SR50 motor guys, if you got the money, buy this YSF pipe. It's a Lamborghini of pipes. And after I get this part fixed, then I'm going to go on to putting in the electronic unit for the little Dio. So I've got to put this back together. I had a gentleman that came up and was asking about the Honda Gyro and how to rebuild it. And he came up with a really good deal about the coil, and I appreciate that. One thing I'd like to say on this Gyro, when I rebuilt it, it's 35 years old. It's 1985, so it's actually 34 years old, something like that. Anyway, the parts are basically non-existent for the bike, except for maybe a few screws, surprisingly, you can get a label right here for it, but a lot of the parts are just non-existent. And then if you go to like eBay, they want to charge you like $100 for a speedometer. And I'm going, that's bullshit. What they do is they go into the either the websites that have all the prices for the parts, and they'll charge you like half. They used to do it with Auto Body and Mitchell's books, but some of it's just ridiculous. So anyway, I've got to do that, and then another thing I have to do is this bike does not have a clutch. As far as it's 2-speed, I don't know exactly how it works, but it's fluid oil driven, and there is a fill spot on the crankcase down here. There's also underneath these tires is a little tiny bolt. It is actually there that you take the oil and drain it and use 1040 oil in it. So that's where I'm at right now in Honda Dio world, and I can't wait to get back on the road. Well, I don't know why I left my key out. So we continue.